Hey guys, it's Haley. Today I'm going to be doing a story time video because why not? But it's going to be like 3 different stories all together as one because it has like a little theme going on, and so I decided to go with it. So this was about when I was like 12 or 13. I was in California and I was in junior high. And back then I rode the bus home from school and I would have to text my mom, hey, I'm on the bus. And she'd be like, okay. And so this one day in particular, my friends were like, hey, let's all go hang out after school. So we were like, okay. So me and my best friend Jamie, we all walked with our friends Taylor and like a couple other people. Like, we walked home. And let me just say one thing. The school was right here. Me and Taylor's house, or houses or apartments or whatever, were all the way on the other side of town. Jamie's house was literally like across the street from the school, like over here. So I don't know why we made her go walk all the way on the other side of town when she lived like right there at 12-year-olds. So we started walking, and it took us like a long time to get where we wanted to go. And so we were walking, and it took us a little while, but we decided, oh, let's go to Arby's. And so on our way to Arby's, there's this little dirt, kind of like I don't know exactly what you would call it. It's just like a big area. It's like a dirt alley, and it has like hills kind of going down, and we just like stood there and we were walking and dancing and like kicking rocks and just being weird. And then we decided to go to Arby's. So we started walking over to Arby's, and we went, and let me just say, Arby's is nasty. Like, it is the most nastiest place I've ever been to. It's gross. And we were hanging out, and by this time it was like really late. I mean, it started getting dark, so I don't know if it was like 6 or 7 or whatever, but my mom texted me and she was like, where are you, with the all caps and the exclamation point and the question mark and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, she's gonna kill me. So I told Taylor, like, look, I need to go home. And so she told her friends, and she was like, hey, I need to take Haley home. So yeah, so we started walking, and she was like, hey, do you want a Monster? And I was like, yeah, let's get Monsters. And so we got Monsters. And so Arby's was like right across the street from where all the apartments that we lived in were. And so we crossed the street, and then going into the neighborhood, there's like this big, huge hill, because California, and has like a lot of mountains. And so we started walking up, and she was like, you know what would make this a lot faster? If we drank the Monsters really fast and then ran, because Monsters gives the energy. So me being stupid, I was like, yeah, that sounds great. That's really smart. Okay. So we drank it really fast, and we started running, and it was just basically, that was the end of that. But the moral of that story was, well, the point of that story, not the moral of the story, because yeah, it was just a really fun night or day, and it was like I was free and I got to do stuff, and I got to be a normal teenager for once, and it was just really fun. Anyway, I got in a big trouble after that. And then another time, it was kind of like the same specific time, it was me, Jamie, and Taylor, and I think somebody else, but I'm not quite sure. We all went home again together, and Jamie was really, really paranoid that day. Like, we had taken the bus, not the school bus, but like the city bus or something. I think we snuck on. I'm pretty sure we snuck on in the back, because there's 2 doors, and I think we snuck on in the back because when we got off, I was freaking out, and then my glasses flew off. Like, and then I was really freaking out because I was like, my mom's gonna kill me. So we finally found my glasses and everything, and so we started walking home, and Jamie was like, oh my god, I gotta go home, my dad's gonna kill me. And I was like, no, stay for a while. And so we started walking home, and Taylor was like, okay, we're going to my house, I'll see you guys later, bye. So she left. I was like, bye, Felicia. But me and Jamie were walking, and she was like, I really gotta go home. And I was like, but you can play the Wii at my house. And so she was like, yeah, let's play the Wii. So we went home, and we played the Wii, and it was like a couple hours. And then I was like, you know what, my mom's gonna be home soon. And she was like, yeah, I really need to get home. So I walked her out, and we walked all the way to the end of the street, like, by one of the busiest roads in that town. And so she was like, okay, I guess I'll see you later, but can you call me right now so I can talk to you while I walk home? And I was like, sure. So we were on the phone walking, and then she was finally like, okay, I'll just call my dad and to come pick me up, and he's gonna kill me. So I was like, okay. So I went home, my mom was home, and she was like yelling at me and all that, you know, mom stuff. And that was that. And then later on, Jamie told me that her dad picked her up, and he wasn't mad or upset or anything, and it was all good. So there's that story. Now for one of the funnier stories. Yeah, so me and Taylor were hanging out with my neighbor Amelia, and we were walking around the neighborhood, you know, like normal. And well, we had Taylor's cousin with her, and I don't remember what his name was, but I remember he reminded me of that Stanley from That's So Raven. So we're gonna call him Stanley. So Stanley was talking about some beef he had with some boy that we went to school with, and he was like, we got up to this one little part of the apartments, and he was like, oh, that's his house, I'm gonna kick his butt. I'm not gonna say the real word, but he's like, I'm gonna kick his butt. And so I was like, what are you talking about? And all of a sudden he gets a rock and he throws the rock at the window. I don't know why, and it shatters. And so I'm like sitting here like freaking out, and we like bolted. Like as soon as it shattered, Stanley went like that way, and me and Taylor and Amelia went that way. And sorry, I'm about to fall off of the stool. But before like we shot off, we heard the lady that lived next door to the window that he shattered. She was like, I saw all your faces. I know who you are. I'm gonna call the cops. And when I heard that, I started freaking out. And Taylor was like, she's not gonna call the cops. Like, chill. And so I was like, okay, whatever. And at this point, a couple minutes had passed, and this lady started walking up, and she was on the phone, and she was like, I gotta go. What the? And she, excuse my language, but she was like, what the hell? And apparently it was her house, because she was like, hey, that's my house. What are you doing? That's my house. And she was like, why would you throw a rock at the window? That was my house. It's my property. That's not okay. And like, she was like, just going off. And we were like, ma'am, that wasn't us. And she was like, I saw you. That was you. And I have my neighbor to, she saw you too. And we were like, no, I mean, we were with the guy that did it, but we don't know the guy. And Taylor totally lied, because she was the one telling her this. And she was like, no, we don't know the guy. And I don't know why we did this, but she was like, but you were with him. And we're like, yeah, he's friends with our friends, but we just go to school with him. We don't know his name or anything. And so we just gave her like this false information about who he was, because I guess since that's Taylor's cousin, she didn't want him getting in trouble. So whatever. So that happened, and that like freaked us out. We were freaked out. And I mean, me being me, the innocent one, I was shaking. I was like, oh my god, what happened? And so that happened, and we started to walk home, and we heard police sirens, and we were freaked. I mean, police sirens like right after that happened. I mean, come on, what are the chances? So we were like, oh my god, we're gonna get arrested, oh my god. And it was for something else. I don't even remember what it was for. I just remember they were there for somebody else. So I walked home, the end. But man, all of those things just, wow. I mean, they were all fun. They were all like a lot of fun. It was just like, I feel like I got into a lot of trouble back then, but I really didn't. Like, I was innocent. I did what I was supposed to do, but that was just, I'm sorry, Mom. But yeah, okay, so that's the end of story time. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And if you would like to see more videos like this, let me know in the comments below. Let me know of different video ideas that you guys can think of and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye!